There you go, onto mayonnaise. Fish in water gets brought out by the Thresh. Now onto Keisha. Team Phase doing his best to soak up damage.
Eating up the bear trap, Unruffy does propel away. The color is just too much, and that would be a cleanup for Navi with a double kill.
There's Dagger to throw down. Shurpo getting the reset. See Nazir is gone. And the rest of the Data Manila will be doing the cleanup work. There's a double carry. Wins! Get it back out here with an item. As he leaves his tournament, the number 1 seed from the Mindanao Conference still engaged.
Welcome everyone back to one of the games that will be the deciding factor going into the semifinals. We will be your shoutcasters. I'm Vulcan, and joining with me is Atlas.
And of course, coming into this Interconference series for the Lenovo LoL Collegiate League 2017 spring term, this is going to be an important match after all. You did say it was going to decide who's going to the semifinals from Group A. It's going to be either HAU or TUP. Those are the two with the biggest chances of getting in here. ADDU has a very slim chance, but no, ADDU does not longer has a chance. Sorry, that was from earlier. But it's either TUP or HAU. So the thing here is that HAU has another match after this. So if they can force 1-1, they'll be at 4 points. And if they can sweep the next one, their battle against ADMU, then they can take away the slot easy.
Wow, I mean, such a cutthroat. But if TUP sweeps this,
it's all over.
It's all over. So this will be the last game, maybe, if TUP stays strong. But Holy Angel University will have to fight back for that sweet spot. This is their first defeat, though. This is something that a wound has been opened. They have to fight back.
Yeah, they really have to fight back. Because coming into this, what they really need is to get this at least one win. That leaves them at 4 points, and then they can have at least one win against Ateneo de Manila. That's what they want to do, and they really need, their backs are to the wall here. So they really need to be able to get that win.
And now going to the search and win trivia question answer is, the question is, who secured the first blood in Game 1 of HAU versus TUP? It would be, the answer is TUP Acidia. So congratulations to Amiel Ivan C. Garcia. You win yourself a mystery gift.
And of course, if you weren't the one to first get that answer correctly, you still have more chances for the rest of the stream. Every game, we will be giving you that link to just get that ready. Always be prepared with your fingers for the typing. And if you answer the question correctly, so you have to pay attention to the way the game plays out, the dragons, the KDA, the items, the summoner spells, the first blood, all of it. So let's get into the drafting phase between HAU and TUP. Already banning out the Ari and the Camille. So just responsive bans from last game. On the other hand, TUP banning out the Rek'Sai, still a respect ban against Van. The Renekton as well. They don't want a CD to get behind because of that Renekton. Plus the Kha'Zix as well. Very powerful jungler, lots of assassination potential.
And right now we're going to be seeing Holy Angel University prioritizing the Lulu. And on to TUP's side would be Syndra and the Zac again.
Zac once again. Zac has been so impactful after the rework, so much CC potential, just unbelievable. I think it should be banned out. Like, never mind Ivern. Ivern is like so last few patches.
So last year, like.
But now Zac is one of those powerful junglers, tank junglers. So it seems like Ivern will be a less priority ban here. Coming into the second rotation. On the other hand, they want to keep down Navi's Caitlyn, and then they don't want to deal with a Fizz coming from Acedia. The Lee Sin will also be a very good ban against Holy Angel University. So
wow, look at the bans coming in from TUP onto Van.
Yeah, they really want to mitigate how much impact he can have with his power farming, with his ganking. Because once Van isn't able to bring out pressure, it's going to be so difficult for Drin and the rest of HAU.
So it would be, I guess, Jungle Jarvan against a Zac. Very interesting draft, but right now, Acedia might go on that Kled, and if you're very good on a Kled, expect Snowball.
Yeah, but it's going to be quite dangerous against Drin on that Jace, range champion, loss of poke, and considerable damage as well in melee in the brawls. So Acedia will have to be very careful. It's going to be up to Chan and Van to really dictate how the top lane goes, really how the entire game flows. It will be up to these junglers. So it's up to be how flexible they are. And definitely, Zac, being made of goo, is definitely more flexible in the ways that he can gank as well compared to Jarvan. Chan has a longer engage range, can ignore a lot more wards than Jarvan can, but Jarvan has a lot more explosive ganks in terms of how much damage he can bring out.
The burst.
Yep. So
I love the burst coming in from a Jarvan, and now on to TP again. Acidia would be someone you have to watch out for again. Give a first blood to Acidia, he will do anything to snowball.
Yeah,
so
he will definitely snowball.
Pressure's on the Drin. Do not give first blood again in the second game, which is very crucial for HAU and TUP.
Van as well will need to, as I said, dictate how this top lane will play out. If Drin can poke Acidia out enough, and then Van responds quick enough so that he's able to get the jump onto Acidia before he gets Skull back, that's definitely a dead Kled. But it's also up to Chan to counter gank.
It might be
really pressure that top lane.
It might be baited out by that Scarl.
Yeah, that is one of the possibilities, but it's really about the timing. Like when you're facing up against Gnar, the courage bar is also something they can play around in terms of the timing. So it's going to be quite a match of the brains there, the top lane and in the jungle.
Oh man, I'm pretty scared for HAU because of Acidia. I mean,
yes,
he's been so dominating in the top lane. So
when he's not in a lane, he pulls so much pressure, so much aggro, so much threat. And because of that, he's able to dictate how the late game and mid game of the game goes. So it's very scary if he gets ahead.
I wonder how it's gonna play out. I mean, this is the second game.
Yes.
HAU had a chance to adjust and rethink their strategy. But
they were able to ban out the Kled, the Camille and the Ahri.
But also for TUP, they were able to really deny Van with so many junglers.
Having to go onto Jarvan, who is not in meta for a reason. Because after his initial burst, after his initial CC,
no escape.
There's no escape, and his damage isn't consistent. He just has really low damage, but high spikes when he gets his cooldowns off. But after that, he kind of just falls off in the gank and just can only auto attack. So his DPS is slow, even though his burst damage is high.
But he does have the synergy with the Cataclysm for the Vladimirs.
Yes, definitely pull them in inside a Cataclysm. Cataclysm plus Hemo Plague means that they're just there waiting to be harvested.
But that's actually more of a the dream thing.
Yes, that's a dream. It's dependent on the positioning of TUP, and it's so hard when they're coordinated by Acidia.
Acidia on the Kled. Coordination, The charge will be somewhat of a game changer.
Yeah. That's definitely something they have to watch out for.
Oh, man.
If Acidia is ahead and he charges in, you're going to have to pay attention to the sound, because the trumpets of war will sound when the charge is up. So you have to know something is up.
Like you put your speakers on max volume.
You have to listen to where it's going. So it's really all about preventing the top lane from snowballing.
Yeah, actually, Kled itself as a champion is very easy to counter.
Yes.
You just don't give him kills or resources. I mean, you kill Scar, put him in his Yordle form. He can't even farm properly. He has very low mobility.
Which means that he can easily be taken out with a gank.
Yeah.
If the timing is correct with a gank, where there's this small cooldown period, of course, we're going to see all of that play out in lanes as we load up to the second game of Match 2. That's going to be Holy Angel University Force Majeure versus Technological University of the Philippines Sic Parvis Magna. This will decide, will HAU still have a chance of getting into semifinals, or will TUP continue with their momentum? Let's get into the game as our players just spread out their level 1s.
Something you have to watch out for would be definitely again. I said, but Van, if he power farms on a Jarvan, he will have a lot of damage. But right now, TUP closing in.
Breaky. We'll be seeing if they'll just put save.
Okay. Oh! Forces out his flash.
That was actually such a bad flash pathing.
Yeah.
Like against a long range line skill shot like Dark Binding, Light Binding, it's not good to flash behind you, because what if kapos yung flash? It would have been better to angle his flash a little bit to the side.
Yeah.
So even if it wasn't enough horizontally, the vertical alignment of the flash would be enough. But still, good on to say that he was able to dodge that, but that's such a huge summer spell deficit, even though he has the Essence Shift.
Man. Actually, K will have to try and play more safe, but
yes.
Going to cooldown wise, I think he'll have it up in time for a gank if ever
for a
it does
gank or for an
happen.
escape. He has to be really careful because a flash expended means that there's less chances to dodge the Dark Binding, can't really reposition to take advantage of the Draven axis. So
Not to mention giving a message to Chan. Hey, this Ezreal has no flash. I might go for the bot lane and go for the mid lane after.
Because flash is immediate. The Essence Shift has a split-second cast time but can be exploited. So it has to be really careful. Of course, GN is there for some safety. He is on that Lulu. Loss of enchantment, loss of support that he can give to the AD carry.
Jace against a Kled. In terms of laning wise, I think Vin will have an easier time if he just plays it safe. I mean, if you just deny kills and just CS the same way as Acidia, you'll have an easy time. But on the mid lane side, however, Hello will have an easier time after level 6 because he can completely deny the unleashed power.
Yeah, just pull down, just hide and laugh at how the balls just hit the ground.
So it's a complete counter towards Syndra, but again, Van and Chan will have to dictate.
If Chan is able to lock out Hello enough for Bomb to burst him down, that Sanguine Pool means nothing. Let's see how though Chan wants to go for a ganker in the bot lane.
No flash up yet for K.
No wards.
Oh boy.
They should have wards.
Not even level 3.
Here. Oh
Let's
dear.
See. He does have the Essence Shift, thank God. And now also a flash burnt by Key and Butt. Wow, what a close call from that Q.
Those stretching strikes are actually so good.
I hate
how they can just clump you two together, leave you group up just in time for damage.
Now kiss.
Now kiss. But of course, with the Doran's Blade, with the potions, K should have a little bit of sustain. Doesn't have any potions anymore. We'll see if that gank top lane has a little bit more.
He's been spotted, though.
Yeah, it's been spotted. That was quite a weird rotation from Van. Now he gets spotted once again with a Farseer.
This is how you can really play with Van's feelings right now. I mean, I want to gank. I want to power farm. But when you do this to me, I'm hurt. I don't have the resources.
Spotted out.
Yeah, I've been spotted out. I can't make that smooth move I'm so used to. Not to mention, a focus ban onto Van is very punishing.
Yeah, they're so punishing for HAU that they can't have the same kind of pressure that Van would have on other champions. The Lee Sin ban by TUP was on point because that left a huge deficit in the early game pressure and damage that Lee Sin can bring.
And right now,
oh man,
look at the Draven stacking up those glorious stacks.
Is this wise for? Oh my god,
pretty close call for K.
I think he should just recall at this point.
Why not?
Yeah, he should just recall, recuperate, maybe even get some item. But the thing is, if he goes for the Tear of the Goddess first,
no. That's a bad
path. A terrible path. It is naturally a good item onto Ezreal, but when you're up against something that wants to keep fighting you, you need to be able to fight back, and he builds the second Doran's Blade.
And not to mention the damage coming in from the bouncing blades, really painful. You have to respect that. Right now, he's Eddie maybe 90 in the stats, but when he basically attacks you with those spinning axes, it's going to be like 150 or something.
Jeez Louise, yeah, definitely. Looking at how much damage can pull out is so terrifying. K really needs to be able to catch up here. Having to build the second Doran's Blade is such bad itemization, and not really that bad that it's a decision, but bad that you have to build that to survive lane. So it's in a matter of circumstance, K got shafted because of the early game, not having that flash, being able to get poked down. It's definitely dangerous.
And right in the top lane, things are looking pretty calm for them, but I gotta say, we've seen this before. Chan does not really gank too hard yet. When he reaches level 6, expect more explosive ganks. But for Van, he's really limited because he's not in level 6. When he reaches level 6 and ganks, it's sometimes a sure kill.
It's a little bit of a problem though. The surest one will have to be the bot lane and the mid lane, because Acidia can still exit the Cataclysm, not with a joust, but rather with the musket. The shotgun with the knockback from the shotgun will be able to bring Acidia out of that Cataclysm, but still the damage will be enough if he's already in mini Kled form. Unmounted Kled, rather. Oh man, Chan. No warrant for Grin. He does have the flash.
Oh, jousting, and he does flash out.
Ooh, stretching strikes.
But that is so annoying, the stretching strike. And
the charge.
Here comes the dive and a first blood onto Acidia. again.
And no one there to follow up and try and finish him off. Here,
Oh! Feels very bad, but
And now
Hello
Van.
will try and recover from that. He does get a kill.
Jeez, that was quite unfortunate that because Van timed his Dragon Strike so he would get pushed away
That's painful.
by the Scattered Weak. That means that Hello had to burn both his Splash and his Ghost just to get to that.
Worth.
Yeah, I'd say it's worth to put Bomb out of commission and give a kill to Hello.
But the problem is, again, just Atlas, Acidia,
Got another First Blood.
First blood on the clan.
Yeah.
What can you say about this?
I think it was a huge mistake for Drin, because look at this. Look at
Tiamat.
how many Tiamat, but look at how many wards Drin has in his trinket. 2.
Oh, wow.
So he had all the time in the world to ward his top lane, but still he left himself open to Shan. You cannot not ward against Zac, as he will use every opportunity to gank with his Elastic Slingshot, and that's exactly what happened. And even if the Elastic Slingshot didn't hit, the Stretching Strike was enough to bring him back to the range of Acidia.
That Zac is something you have to watch out for. The reason they reworked Zac is very
Potent,
impactful
definitely.
in the ganking tool. But going into the game, 1-1, still anyone's game right now, but Acidia does have the Tiamat.
Oh man, it's gonna make Drin having a harder time there in the top lane comparing to the natural wave
man.
clear that the
See?
CD will have now.
This is what happens when you give a first blood to Acidia. Look at the map right now. He is in the blue side, trying to get some items in, counter jungling. But this is the pressure that a clan can bring if he's free to roam around.
Oh, here comes another fight between Drin and Acidia.
Oh, he might go in to get him a mountain. He does get a mountain, but the
misses the shock
blast does not connect.
If that had connected, he would have gone for a follow-up, definitely. Very possible.
But
he can still go for an all-in here, but it might be dangerous.
But he does not have enough mana.
He might have enough for the combo, but still, the consistent damage coming from the Kled might be enough to overpower him. And that's really the problem, that because he already has a Tiamat, it's going to be easier for him to wave clear, going to be easier to push Drin back and threaten him, which in turn relieves a lot of pressure from the rest of the lanes of TUP. So they really need... So Van needs to go back to the top lane, because that's not a dead lane yet.
Yeah.
If Drin can get a poke down onto Acidia, which he has consistently been able to do, if he gets him unmounted, that's a huge open season for Van to go up there.
It has to be top lane to actually shape up, because if top lane crumbles and the Clan's left to free roam, that's so painful with the charge. Do they engage in the shield for a tower dive? So as you said, Van has to dictate again into the top lane.
It's definitely one of his duties and responsibilities, especially because, you know, considering that Acidia is present in this game, you have to be able to shut him down. And you have to be able to gank him top lane. Of course, bot lane, it seems like they're just surviving. But of course, we're going to see how all that plays out. We'll be having a short break to iron out some difficulties, but we'll be getting back to you with our second game, one of the deciding games of Group A, after a short break.
Prophecies are true. Darius has arrived.
5-day forecast, sunshine, rainbows, and Janice signing off.
The real athlete is on the court. You can leave now. It's game time. Eat it. Rewind that, Zillion. I want to see it again.
Please speak directly into the microphone.
Too easy! Dunkmate! If there isn't any dunking, it isn't a sport.
got their attention. He likes his food well done.
They see their end.
Only room here for one scaly monster. He doesn't like towers. Oh look! Chicken flambe! I've got a dragon and I'm not afraid to use it. Wriggle says hi. Every time. All right, you deserve it.
People waste a lot of time. Then they wish for more. Want more hours in their days, more days in their years, more years in their lives. Because if they had all that extra time, they could fix any mistake. I don't need hours or days or years. I only need seconds. Here's the thing about time. If you can't make the most out of any given moment, then you don't deserve a single extra second.
Of course, we're going back to the second game of the second match for today. It's going to be Holy Angel University Force Majeure versus Technological University of the Philippines. Sick Parvis Magna, and after that, seems like HAU got Ocean Drake while we were away. It seems like the game is still pretty much even. It's still very dangerous in the top lane because Acedia got that first blood. In turn, Hello got one of the kills in mid lane with the help of Van and his own Ghost and Flash to take out that Syndra. Seems like now Chan doing some work here, doing the same thing he was doing earlier, denying the blue buff from Van.
Boy.
So it's not as bad as it was last game, but Hello is a monolith champion, but still denying loss of resources.
Look at Chan right now.
Oh,
from the blue buff going in for the...
He should be expecting this.
I hate that bounce, and again! That is painful,
he actually gets a...
but he does get an exchange kill. But again, giving another kill to Acedia.
Acedia's giving a kill onto Acedia is so bad. He's now 2-0-0, a little bit ahead in terms of farm. And the thing is, it's also the total gold. Because there was an assist instead of just a solo kill compared to Drin. The assist actually gives more total gold across the board for TUP.
So right now, I think we're going to be expecting Van aiming for a gank, but really difficult. That is a Syndra. You have to bait out that Scatter the Weak.
Seems like he will just be recalling I think he should, yeah, he definitely knows that the blue buff has been stolen, but he's just going top lane because that's where the rest of his camps are, which is quite unfortunate, meaning that K will have a little bit more time without a gank until he clears that, because of course, as a jungler, one of the most important things is being able to path through your jungler, and going through the motions of pathing through your jungle, you can't force jungle ganks, or rather gank paths, unless it is necessary or convenient for the pathing. Because imagine if Van were to skip his top lane camps and instead go for a gank bot lane.
That's so much time.
Yeah, there's so much time and so much gold wasted and experience. Here comes Van though.
Let's hope this is the gank he needs. He does bait out the flash. Oh,
Ooh,
bam!
might not even be needed.
Oh, flash cataclysm for a kill onto Van. That's pretty successful.
Pretty successful, but there was a possibility that Hello did not need his help to confirm that kill.
Yeah.
But the flash cataclysm will be out of commission for a while. So
at least it's a kill for Van. He can at least itemize properly going in.
And this CS is like almost overtaking Drin at this point.
Yeah.
Might be a fight
This
here in the
time will
bot
flash
lane.
in, but that would be
once again, he gets cancelled.
Very painfully made, but here comes Drin for the teleport in the top lane. He does get a kill onto Navi, and now it will be Missa and giving K his kill.
Very decisive teleport there. Instead of waiting for waiting for the brawl to actually happen, he immediately teleports, and this actually gives away 2 kills to HAU, and now they have an opportunity to take this bot lane turret, get some damage onto that.
Look at Chad, always in the top side.
Yeah, really trying to help out Acedia. But this might actually be the first turret of the game going to HAU. But it seems like Acedia also has some alone time there in the top lane. It's going to be Whirling Death coming from that Draven Navi to just clear the wave.
It's a race for the first turret.
I think it's going to be TUP.
Yes, it is. He does have the red buff for the extra burn. It would be TUP.
Yes, they do get the first turret.
Taking the first
turret. Oh man, that was like a few milliseconds that separated them. And that was in part thanks to the Whirling Death coming from Navi, using it to wave clear.
Was something they needed actually. I mean, I was expecting that HAU would get the first turret. That would be a great start in terms of objectives.
I think Drin should have stayed. Because Acedia will definitely not stay long enough to take the second turret. If the damage coming from Drin, it would have been enough. But that was just like 2 milliseconds separating the 2 turrets' destruction.
And not to mention, I mean, the bot lane's turret is gone. That leaves objectives for the Drin that'll be live in 1 minute and 40 seconds. But, as you said, I think Drin should have really invested in the bot lane more.
Seems like the lane swap will be happening at this point. Coming for this, I think Gian and K have a better chance against Acedia.
Yeah, actually.
They have all the tools to escape, to kite him out, and still chase him down when the situation calls for it. Because Acedia is still relatively squishy. The Ninja Tabi will help quite a lot though. Here comes the the charge.
Wow, relentless. He really loves Drin. That would be a trade-off maybe? No, it would be Acedia attacking in the turret.
Fortunately for TUP there, the kill did not go onto Navi. Here's going to fight in the bot lane, mid lane.
Oh boy, a response coming in for the Whirling Death. That will scare off the mid laner of HAU.
How will the rest of HAU respond to this? That's going to be another turret quickly taken by the bot lane and Acedia. Let's see if Van
he goes straight for the cataclysm. He does burst them down, and now it will be Acedia trying to finish off Van. He isn't really Scarf up. And no, it's not enough. He will have Scarf way back in time, and then that will be his double kill.
Double kill. That was definitely not worth it. Not worth it. Now he's 5-0. Definitely snowballing at this point. A huge mistake. Greediness coming from Van. That's one of the problems of Van. Or rather of Jarvan as a champion, is that after his initial burst, is that there's no way for him to continue his DPS.
Yes, that's very true. After you put up your burst, you have to rely on your team. And who was left? No one. It was just Gian.
Definitely not something that they want to do. That does give 5-0 to Acedia. Already completing his Black Cleaver, already taking his Tiamat, Ninja Tabi even to keep him alive against Drin and K. Not something they want to do, especially when Mountain Drake is up, let's break that. Let's break how that fight near the mid lane
Oh,
jungle.
no vision.
No vision in their own jungle, and they should have expected that. Who get dunked by Shan. Oh dear. It seems like HAU does have control over the Drake. No charge for Acedia, cannot interfere with this.
They still have a chance. They have good objectives in Drakes, but they have to invest now onto vision.
Yeah, they really should have invested a lot of vision there, because you should have expected that they will want to roam around in your own jungle. And look at Acedia. His participation in taking down these objectives, if there was like an objective participation score, he's at 100% right now. Always present when the turrets fall.
Yep, 3 turrets in the hands of TUP, but HAU is not that far behind.
Not that far behind, but the gold distribution is important.
Yeah, but
because Acedia having all that gold, which means that once they take out Acedia, that's gonna be easy. The rest of them are gonna be easy pickings.
Rift Herald up for grabs. I think it would be easier to kill Acedia if Hello is there. They still have that Dream Clash where there's the Cataclysm and the Red Pool, but I gotta say, with the recent itemizations onto
get stopped.
Acedia, that's a lot of damage. But right now, Misa N takes the full burst.
Oh dear.
But it will be Chan getting in, and but it will be Acedia cutting the trip short, and Van forced to stand in the way, but still gets killed by the Ignite.
I think that was a misplay from Hello, a mistime of the Hemo Plague. Using Hemo Plague just on Misa N was not optimal. He should have waited for the rest of his team, for Acedia to get here, so he can use Hemo Plague on him, and then that would just allow the rest of his team to damage him better, and then he would heal up himself as well. Now it's gonna be another turret in the hands of TOP. They cannot stop this from just
man,
them.
ban that Zac, and now he does have the passive, that's why he went in, and now he's relying on his teammates to save him, but I don't think that's gonna be happening.
They just wanted the turret.
Yeah, they just wanted the turret, and the Rift Herald was already used.
Definitely not something that they want to do there.
I'm pretty sure it's up to Drin to try and push them away, but
Are they still gonna try and go for this 3v4?
They can though, they're very low, but
it's a 4v4 now.
here comes the Prorabel in, and the Bear Trap will not
they will want to push them away, cancel the teleports, rather the recalls, so they can get this revenge turret. It's gonna be very hard though. They do have a lot of siege potential. Here comes
oh
my god,
goes in for the dunk, and same as Hello with the follow-up, he kills Bam, and what a play by Bam for the slam dunk.
Just the revenge still. Since Acedia was not able to react to that fast enough to save to DPS for his teammates, now it's going to be HAU on the offensive.
Oh, HAU is not giving up. This is personal. They will do anything to win. Chad has no more passive. He does flash away, but it will be Van going in for the secure. And now Acedia is very low. He gets a shot on goal. Hello is getting a lot of goal, and now Navi will be taken down with the Hemo Plague.
That's it. Once they got Acedia in a position where he cannot contribute much and the rest of his team is vulnerable, that means Acedia will be left alone like he was earlier.
Yeah, man, that was something unexpected. TP already used all their resources. Yeah, very decisive. That's what they need.
Let's take a look at how all that went down. The Elastic Slingshot does not hit. The Stretching Strikes is blocked by a lot of other units.
Oh my god.
And look at how much burst and AoE that they can just bring out. The Tides of Blood definitely doing a lot of work. And that's Jarvan doing his purpose. Jarvan being able to put the initial burst down so that the rest of his team can clean up. Definitely good use of the Jarvan's kit right there, giving him a 4-2-6 score by now. And look at his CS, still twice the amount of what Sean has.
Oh, wow.
And almost catching up to his solo laners.
Power farming working really well for Van. That is something HAU was looking for it, and now they have it. They have to use it correctly. They cannot afford anymore, and right now, Navi is actually behind 034 KDA with just an Infinity Edge, not even finishing up the upgrade to his boots.
Yeah, now it seems like Cry will be catching up with the kill that he has, plus K will be catching up with his kill, and plus 4 assists. That's definitely something that a force to be reckoned with, because he's able to just poke out from afar compared to Navi, who always has to be in auto attack range.
Yeah, if you look at the distribution of kills, it's all onto Acedia. Take down Acedia, they don't have any more damage.
Yes.
You go, let Van go in with a dunk, do all the burst he can, and rely on Hello to follow it up.
Yeah, they have to time it well.
Yeah, they also have K for the Ezreal, and not to mention Drin is there for the long range damage. That's actually really good. They are entering the 20 minutes into the game. Now they're equalizing in terms of damage.
Yeah, look at the gold and how because they equalize it in terms of damage, because theirs is more spread out. They have 4 kills on a huge burster, 5 kills on a sub burster and a DPS, decent farm and assists on K, which means that because Acedia had so many solo kills, the gold is all on him. So if the rest of his team isn't playing enough with the damage that they have to compensate for Acedia having all of their damage, Acedia's lead won't matter that much because he'll be left alone while the rest of his team has been destroyed already. Still, it's still a huge opportunity for TUP. They lost the fight badly earlier because they had lost all of their major cooldowns. Now, it's going to be a reset. Everyone has their ultimates ready. Everyone has their major spells at the ready.
And I hope that HAU is ready for TUP. They have to watch out for Chan. I mean, that Zac is really annoying.
They have to push their vision forward. If they can't push their vision forward, Chan will have a happy time initiating onto them from afar, out of vision range.
Yeah, but kudos to Chan for those engages with the Zac. On point and very game-changing. So much impact.
Yeah, here comes the charge, though.
Here it is, the engage.
Oh,
the nice knock, but he does pop the Zodiac. A lot of fury storms just used on to Hello, but he does not get taken down just yet. And a double kill worth the best bounce. And now we can see that Jin goes in for the sweep with a double kill, but will not last very long. That would be an ace!
That was a split second. That was just an instant, a blink of an eye, and HAU got wiped out. And that was because they weren't ready. They weren't ready. They were too busy setting up the Drake that they were not paying attention to. Wait,
very close, though.
Will we get initiated on by Acedia? Will we get initiated on by Chan? They heard the trumpets. Let's look at here. They were so busy setting up and denying the vision that they left one of their important DPSers open for all of the damage. And here, they just got set up on. The AoE coming from TUP, the sheer damage was enough. And that's because they weren't able to respond fast enough to the engage. And one of the guys that got caught out was their mid laner, the Vladimir. Even though he has a lot of safety, you don't want him to chunk down to half health before the fight even starts for you.
Yes, and that was a mistake that they made. I mean, so close to the Zac to set up for the Let's Bounce is something that you don't want to do again. This time, the Baron is live. They cannot give this up.
Definitely not. That would be a huge, unforgivable mistake for HAU. And now TUP playing it so well, just firing their guns, their cannons, just pulling the trigger all out. And it's been working for them because they always catch HAU off guard in these engages.
Man, Chan with those engages, such a game-changing tool. And not to mention for Acedia. Man, it's up to Van to not be that reckless anymore.
Yeah.
Same as to Hello. He has to know his limits.
Dear.
And like this again, so vulnerable.
Oh dear. That
okay,
was
that's
almost.
Whirling Death gone.
The Whirling Death is gone. That is quite a damage skill. It will be taken away from Navi. Here comes Acedia with once again another engage.
Oh no, whoever does flash away, but I don't think he'll be escaping from that. The bear trap on the rope is still there. He cannot get away.
And another solo kill, and because the DPS is one of the huge burst pokes coming from HAU is gone, that also cost the life of GN there in the bot lane. That's what you were talking about, how he pulls so much pressure and contributes so much to the team fights and skirmishes of TUP without even being there.
Death timers are pretty huge for Drin. I mean, 20 seconds, that's not going to be enough for them to defend this inhibitor.
Oh man, Hello's going to try and defend with his AoE, but it's way too much. The damage coming from this Draven is definitely substantial.
They're just wrecking the base somehow right now. TUP doing all they can to at least close the game.
It's quite dangerous. Man, that's an inhibitor down, an inhibitor turret down as well. Huge cost by HAU for underestimating once again the ability of Acedia to just solo kill Drin. Drin should be very careful next time. That
he shouldn't even solo or try, because don't be fooled by the safety of your turret.
Yeah, and he just gets absolutely dove there. The tankiness coming from the Ninja Tabi, the health from the Titanic Hydra and the Black Cleaver was enough to just ignore how much damage the turret did. Even Hello will not be able to finish him off, even with the Hemo Plague down.
Baron is now still up for grabs. This will be the game-changing objective for both teams. If HAU gets this, This will give them a fighting chance for them to win and at least have a chance for the semifinals. But if TUP secures this, game set.
Game set, definitely. And then the fight between... Oh, another charge will be happening. This is definitely going to be impactful. It's going to be onto Drin once again. He does have some support there at the bot side, though. Oh, he gets baited.
He gets baited out. This time, it would be Assyria taken down by Van. With one member down, they are going for the Baron, but I think HAU can actually respawn.
They do have the teleport. It will be
they
used
are going
here.
in. Oh boy, this looks good for HAU. And back for TUP. They go back
Chan
to reset the Baron.
He has to
Chan is
recall.
so low.
Giving the control of the Baron buff onto TUP
Oh
is so dangerous.
God. What a mistake made by Assyria for his aggression, and now HAU trying in, but I can see that Chan is regenerating a lot of health. Let's see. The Baron will go through.
Oh, the steal!
TUP takes the
And he
Baron!
gets out clean with a Let's Bounce. He's like bounces in and then puffs himself up with a Let's Bounce. See ya. And then gets out. What?
Thank you. Thank you so much, says Chan.
That would have been so good for HAU if they got it.
Sayang.
But in the end, that was so, yeah, that was indeed very sayang. Look at this. Look at this. The damage from the Whirling Death, not really too substantial, but it's this. Chan flashing in and then cleanly getting out with his ultimate. There are no words other than Van, you missed your smite.
You're jealous, aren't you? That play, that skill, the timing was so on point.
Hey man, I've had a few Baron steals in my career as a gold jungler.
But man, I gotta hand it to Chan with
the
that
confidence.
bounce.
Like he
The
was so low.
confidence, He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he
My
was so
God.
low, yet he still went for it. And he succeeded. It paid off dividends for TUP. Definitely worth it. 5k ahead
Man.
with a huge lead on their main carry.
I gotta start batting that Zan in one.
Yeah, the Zac. Because the range that he can engage from, and then being able to get out and take an enemy with him, just kidnap them with a less bounce, is so substantial. Here comes Van.
Oh, he is mad right now. They have the Baron, but HAU will try and take away the victory. The man can sing it up, but see for Navi 10V. Also for the support, here comes Glenn with the charge. The Zonius is there to deny the burst, and now we're going to be seeing Glenn, actually, Assyria, running away. He can't fight 2v1, but right now the... Hello.
Definitely still a very divided fight.
Oh no, he's very divided right now. Going to the riverside, he will be facing off against Assyria, and now gets caught off guard.
That's a 2-for-2, but all of that time allowed Drin, or rather allowed Assyria to get that bot lane inhibitor as well, and that's a huge cost, meaning the 2 inhibitors down means that you can't focus on the other objectives on the map. You have to focus on defending, which makes it so hard for HAU to continue getting back into the game. And that Baron steal was so huge.
Wow.
I do not understand. I mean, it was a 50-50, of course. So it was basically Russian roulette there for HAU. If they had won that, that's great. But since they lost it, the chances of winning this and getting into semifinals is much lower now.
My God, the Baron was something they really needed. But wow, you gotta hand it to Chan with that Zac. So efficient.
Definitely something that you have to watch out for in the future, not just with Chan, but with all junglers everywhere. They will be wanting to pick up that Zac. If the Lee Sin isn't available, Kha'Zix isn't available, Graves isn't available, if they want some long-range engage, it's going to be the Zac. Of course, once again, I'm very sorry to our viewers, but we will still need to iron out some issues. Yeah, we'll be coming back after a short break.
I have one simple rule when it comes to the law. Time operates under my jurisdiction. And if anyone tries to create a loophole, I'll close it. You're out of time. proactive preparation. Everybody runs. In my sights. Now who belongs in a museum?
Welcome to the League of Legends Champion Spotlight, featuring Rakan, the Charmer.
Nothing important should be taken seriously.
Let's go! Baby! Zaya!
Rakan's passive is Fey Feathers. His coat occasionally generates a shield, even in combat. Rakan can reduce Fey Feathers' cooldown by attacking and landing spells on enemy champions. When playing on the same team as his true love Zaya, Rakan gets a second passive, Lover's Leap. If either Xayah or Rakan is recalling, they can sync up to return to base together. Rakan's Q is Gleaming Quill, which slings an enchanted feather that damages the first enemy hit. If it connects with an enemy champion or epic monster, he primes the second part of the ability. After a few seconds, or when he touches an allied champion, Rakan heals all nearby allies. Gleaming Quill is Rakan's primary tool for winning quick trades in lane. Get a poke or two in with a Quill and an auto attack, then touch base with your ally to spread the health. Rakan's W is Grand Entrance. He leaps forward, landing stylishly at his destination. After a brief, dramatic pause, he flourishes, knocking up and damaging all nearby opponents. When it's time to pick a fight, it's best to make a Grand Entrance. The knockup is wide enough that you can choose which side of your opponent to land on.
Can't stop me!
Rakan's E is Battle Dance. He leaps to an allied champion's side, giving them a shield to block damage. He can then cast Battle Dance a second time, even on the same target, before it goes on cooldown. If Xayah's the target of either charge, Rakan can leap to her position from a much greater distance.
Of course, we're back to our game, the second game of the second match for tonight. It's going to be Holy Angel University Force Majeure versus Technology University of the Philippines. Sic Parvis Magna. Seems like TUP is looking to close out this game very, very soon. They have the Baron. They have already taken down 2 inhibitors. Just going to add 1 more to that. What can HAU do? Is all you can have. They have so much damage, but they have so much trouble finishing kills off because they have a lot of burst, yes. But the DPS coming from them isn't high enough to take down Sean, take down Acedia, the most important member, dealing out damage right now.
And that's what happens when a lead from the early game transitions to the late game. Acedia with 826 KDA. That is deadly. Not to mention they do have the Baron buff in the hands for them because of that steal.
Man, that steal coming from Sean was so phenomenal. Being able to take it away 50-50, they win it. So you know the funniest thing about this game is that Navi is being an impactful AD carry. Even though he has to build a Sterax, has to build a Merc Treads, and even though he has never procced his Adoration.
It's all on to Acedia. He never procced his Adoration, so that's pretty funny.
And Baum as well, being able to deal so much damage. The lockdown, the AoE lockdown of Scatter the Weak as well, is doing so much, along with Sean to set up everything for Acedia.
Right now, Vision being denied by HAU from TUP, but it would be still onto TUP trying to close the game with the Baron buff in the hands for them.
The Baron buff has been burnt, I think, but that's still not going to deter them. They will still go to this mid lane inhibitor, which has just respawned.
Wow, look at that clan in the top lane. I mean, 826.
Running it down top, man.
Just snowballed out of control.
Has to be something that they have to be careful of. They will try going for engage here.
Back goes into a Bam, but he does splash away. Instead, he goes on to Navi, who deals no damage in the game. They're all focusing on to Draven. There's the redemption, but GN will be taken down. However, 1-for-1 trade, but right now, that was not a good investment. 3 members are down, and now I don't think HAU can fight back from the damage coming in from that clan.
And again,
the Nexus is exposed.
This is going to be TUP game set 2-0ing HAU, locking in their slot as the Group A winner coming into semifinals of the Lenovo LOL Collegiate League 2017 Spring Term. Why did they focus everything on Navi, who is a Draven that has never procced his Adoration, is beyond me. Even Bomb would have been a better target.
And again, congratulations to TUP. Going on, moving into the semifinals and a step closer to the final stage and to represent their country for the LICC.
And I really don't understand that last fight. Of course, they were desperate, but targeting the Draven solely, focusing 3 members onto the Draven, who is 0, 5, and 8, doesn't have any Adoration stacks. Well, until they focus him and they got a kill, of course. But all that left Acedia open. Left Acedia and Bomb free to just hit around, throw them around with his damage, with their own damage. And just
very true.
They were just able to clean up after that. Nothing gained from that last team fight. There was no playing to their advantages and disadvantages.
And not to mention, Jin is really having a hard time against Acidia, the top laner of TUP.
Getting dove over and over.
Yeah, he was able to actually do a lot of damage, but I gotta say, it's all on to Acidia. The main shot caller of TUP making it happen.
Definitely.
Going on to the semifinals, TUP will be raising their heads high, sweeping this game 2-0 against Holy Angel University, who was actually undefeated till now.
Of course, we still have another match for today. Holy Angel University Force Majeure versus Ateneo de Manila University Azure Eagles. Of course, HAU no longer has a chance of getting out of getting into semis, but this is a chance for them to prove that we're not that far behind from the power level of TUP. So it's going to be also still very exciting because the pressure is off of them. As me and Rockhart always discuss, the pressure's off of them. They can bring out whatever picks. They can experiment. So I'm looking forward to that match.
This is the LCL, a platform for growth. And guys, there you have it. That was the deciding match with TUP securing their spot for the semifinals. Don't go away. We have our last match after the short break. I am Vulcan, and joining with me is my co-caster, Atlas. See you after the short break. A lot of damage, but right now Misa N takes the full burst, but it will be Chad getting in, and but it will be Acidia cutting the chip short, and Van forced to stand in the way, but still gets killed by the Ignite.
I think that was a misplay from
Massive, he does flash away, but it will be Van going in for the secure, and now Acidia is very low. He gets the shot out goal. Hello is getting a lot of goal, and now Nami will be taken down with game of play. But he does pop the Zodiac. A lot of fusion just fuse on to Hello, but he does not get taken down just yet, and a double kill with the best bounce, and now we can see that Jin goes in for the sweep with a double kill, but will not last very long. That would be an ace.
That was a split second.
And right now they hit the Baron, but HAU will try and take away the victory. Here, Batman can sing it up, but see Fernando can be also for the support. Here comes Glenn with the charge. The Zonius is there to deny the burst, and now we're going to be seeing Glenn actually focusing on to Draven. There's the redemption, but GN will be taken down on a 1-for-1 trade. But right now, that was not a good investment. 3 members are down, and now I don't think HAU can fight back from the damage coming in from that clan.
And again,
the Nexus is exposed.
This is going to be TUP game set. 2-0ing HAU, locking in their slot as the Group A winner, coming into semifinals of the Lenovo Long Collegiate League 2017 Spring Term. Why did they focus everything on Navi, who is a Draven that has never procced his adoration, is beyond me. Even Bomb would have been a better target.
And again, congrats!
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.